Choosing a graduate program. I've had a couple of you guys write, and that's a really urgent question that I feel that is on your mind. It's obviously feels like an enormous decision to you right now to find the right program, and I understand that. Karen and Kirsten both wrote to me asking about choosing the right graduate program, and Kirsten in particular said, it seems like it's more important to find the instructor, but it also can feel like if I don't get into one of the big name places, then I'm going to already be doomed and not have a chance to get into then the young artist programs and then have my brilliant, fabulous international career that I'm dreaming about. I just want to assure you right off the bat that there's no one way to do this. I think if you talk to any international singer, any regional singer, any person who's making a little bit of money singing, with having a career, chances are they've got there in a very different way. I don't think there's ever been one exact path. It's all happened in a different time, in a different direction, and usually in a very surprising way. It usually took a lot of twists and turns that were not planned for by any singer. That's the good news, because it means that you can really craft your own way, and it takes some of the pressure off that, if I don't make it to Juilliard, or if I don't get into the Santa Fe Young Artist Program, then I've lost all my chances. Not necessarily. Those things can be fabulous and can be great, but it doesn't guarantee you anything. So take that pressure off yourself just a little bit. I think there is so much merit to the idea of finding the right instructor, because you can get all the stage opportunity that you want in let's say at Indiana, where the performances get reviewed and they do a lot of performances in this great facility, and they have a lot of money and things. That's all fabulous, and I know a number of amazing singers that have come out of Indiana. But if you don't have the foundation of really setting up your technique in a great way, what are you going to be able to do when you get onto the stage? You're going to get through the show, but maybe not in the best vocal shape that you need. So for me, the fundamental thing is finding a teacher that can really guide you through those early years, which are really precarious and important to take care of yourself and set up things in the right way. Because if you start learning in the wrong way and build up the wrong kind of muscle memory, the wrong kind of muscle tension here, it's going to take you a long time to undo that. So I'm a big believer in the idea that slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. A lot of people can burst on and make a lot of waves and things, but do they have the durability? Do they have the longevity? If that's something that interests you. So finding a teacher, how do you do that? That's $1 million question. You have to work with them. You have to get an idea if there's a good personal chemistry. You don't have to be best friends. They just have to teach you how to sing. They're not there to be your psychologist. They're not there to be your mother. They're not there to be your cheerleader even, really. They're there to teach you how to sing. So you need somebody that can give you a good technique. One of the things that is a red flag for me is if I hear, a studio of singers from one teacher, or, recent graduates, and they all produce the same sound, or they all produce the same kind of sound. There's one uniform sound to a teacher's group of students. That to me is a red flag. I'm a believer in somebody that's going to actually teach you a technique that brings out your individual sound. There's a lot of good people that produce a certain kind of sound, but there's nothing unique to them. And I think you want to find a teacher that can foster not only the vocal strengths and individuality that you have, but also all the other things that go into it, the emotional, the intellectual side of things that make you the performer that you are. It's trial and error. Go and visit them. Try and take a lesson with them if you can. Speak to students that have recently worked with them. Listen to people that they've produced, singers that have come out of their studio, and do your research. Research. Ask questions. And then, at the end of the day, you have to listen to your gut and figure out what feels right to you. If there's something that you're trying to force into making sense because, well, this is Juilliard, They're the experts. They know. They should know what's best. Maybe I don't know. If your gut is telling you something, try and investigate that further and see what that might be. I think that's really important. I'm sorry to tell you that there's not one golden ticket. There's not a magic way to make this happen. And as I said at the beginning, there's not a right way. So sort of get your bearings, do your research, and try it. And at the same time, if you give it a really, really noble effort and you really try and it's not working, it may mean that you have to make a change, which can feel very scary. But as I wrote on my blog post, things change, Joe. They really, really do. And oftentimes it's for the very, very best. So stay flexible, take a lot of deep breaths, take the time that you need to make the decision, and then go for it. Okay? I hope that helps. Oh, I'll give you the link here. I'm figuring out how to edit the videos. This is getting very exciting. I will put the link down here, somewhere here, to a link called The Naked Voice, which was written by my voice teacher, Stephen Smith. He now teaches on the faculty at Juilliard, as well as privately in New York City. Steve, if you get this, I want 10% of the lesson fee. I'm just teasing. He also is at the Aspen Festival. You know, no one teacher is for everybody, but he's a healthy, he teaches healthy, and he did wonders for me, so I owe him a lot. But the book is called The Naked Voice by W. Stephen Smith, and I'll put the link here if I can figure it out. So I hope that helps. Go easy on yourself. Don't panic. Take a deep breath and then go for it. Okay? Good luck to you guys. Take care. Ciao.